Hey you, yeah you. Before we get this video started, I just want to say a thank you for those who have been a member of my Patreon. If you want to be a member of my Patreon, leave a link in the description down below right here. And there's a list right here of all the people who have been a member or a following member of the Patreon to help keep this channel alive. I would appreciate it if you do show your support, guys. You guys are awesome, and I really thank you for your support. Also, commissions are open, so if you want to commission for me to draw something for you, go to my DeviantArt page right here as well, in the link in the description, and I'll draw something for you. But make sure you hopefully follow the rules in my Patreon on my Patreon and commission, so we can get it on the list for me to draw something for you guys. I would really appreciate it if you do, and yeah. As always, take care, and have a great day, and let's start the video, shall we? What is up, YouTube? Frosta Hobidon here, and we're back for another death battle. This death battle is going to be Zuko versus Todoroki from My Hero Academia. Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender. And if you haven't checked out the original video, I'll leave a link in the description down below. So please, for the love of all that is YouTube related, or for my sakes, check out the video first before you see my reaction. Check out the death battle first, and then you come see my reaction to this video. Is that clear? Did YouTube get the message? Because you know, YouTube don't pay attention to these things mostly, and I have to make it clear as possible to you and to the viewer and to the YouTube. Anywho, to support Death Battle, roosterteeth.com, please support them, or sign up to Rooster Teeth. Please join these guys and show their support. Show your support to these guys, because they are talented and they work hard on these. Enough of that. Enough of me saying that. So let's get on to reaction. It's a firebender versus a fire user quirk with ice by on the way, and I'm a fan of ice users. I want to stay neutral to these, because as much as I want one of them to win, because I like them both. I'm an ice fan. Anyone with ice powers is my favorite, except Esdeath. Except Esdeath. But ice powers are my favorite, and adding fire is a second favorite. Fire powers is a second favorite. So let's get on to this battle, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, go. All right.
With all those cool anime heroes out there, there's bound to be plenty with angsty daddy issues.
You mean like
Pretty much.
Don't be silly, Wiz. I'm not an anime character. Zuko, the firebending hunter of the
Nice.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
and Shoto Todoroki, the
Shoto Todoroki.
Fire and Ice from My Hero Academia.
Let's do this.
Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find
Sorry
out
for the
who will
lag.
win.
It's gonna be a laggy. You know how it is. You know how YouTube internet is.
Fire,
Here.
air. The four elemental nations once coexisted peacefully. Then everything changed
When the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah, the cranky old Fire Lord went and conquered basically the whole world.
And
Pretty much.
100 years later, the equally powerful Master of Fire, Ozai, continued that tyranny.
Yeah.
His rule would one day pass to either his
Not a
daughter,
fan of that guy.
or his son, Zuko.
Yeah, Fire Dad was way too ego crazy for that. He drove Azula mad, even though he did clearly favor her.
That is true.
Little Zuko got screwed over from the beginning.
Yeah.
Imagine your dad saying that while your sister was born lucky, you were just lucky to be born.
I can't
Worst
imagine my
father
dad
of the
saying
year.
anything to me.
Oh. Right. Well, despite this, Zuko was desperate to prove
Yeah.
himself.
At least
Fine work ethic.
we know how the
But he
series
screwed
ended.
up by talking out a turn in a big boy meeting. So naturally, his dad took him aside, sat him down, and taught him the importance of respecting others.
No.
Oh,
No.
wait, just kidding. He burned his friggin' face off.
Yeah. It was.
With his new scar,
And his sister was happy to see his brother get tortured, as well as the other general.
Threat to his nation's rule, to prove himself to his father and regain his honor.
Which is just
That
a nice
honor
way of
stuff.
saying he was banished so he could never come back.
Pretty much.
Just like my dad didn't.
And when they did want him back, spoilers if you haven't seen the series, Azula did assign him to be a prisoner along with his uncle in book 2.
He's super skilled with martial arts, dual swords, and
When the first introduction of Azula.
As a firebender, Zuko harnesses the light of the sun to summon flames from thin air.
Interesting.
Wherever fire remains alight in an area that's not too
Fire
cold,
blade,
he can
fire bob,
manipulate
fire
it,
stream,
then
fire
use his
whips,
will.
fire ball,
I mean,
jet projection, lightning reprojection, blazing rings.
Farting hot air all the time.
It's gonna freeze a lot, cause I'm sorry guys.
It literally means you're a living flamethrower.
Plus, it's surprisingly versatile. Aside from simply creating, launching, and moving flames, firebending can be used to heat objects, melt through ice prisons, and even defy gravity.
That is true.
That guy flying with
Yes.
fire? Awesome. How does that even
It's
work?
it's not
For every
it's not
action, there is an
difficult.
equal and opposite reaction. Newton's third law. By creating
Blaze
a
the Cat
rapid
can do that
series of
too with her
explosions
feet
an inch or so away from the
in
palm,
Sonic
air
Rush
in between
games.
The hand and fire is launched toward the user, thereby creating propulsion.
Yeah, firebending
Blue fire
isn't
is way
just about
hotter.
Creating fire. It's about creating a bunch of it. So Zuko can make large, long-lasting walls of flame to protect himself and keep enemies at a distance. That
Right.
stuff's hot, you know.
Yeah, it's fire. You know, I've actually rigged up my arm to replicate the technique of firebending.
Wait, what?
If you please.
Another test. How thrilling.
Now,
Oh,
this isn't
dummy!
as simple as just pointing and shooting. Firebenders fuel their flames with their own breath. And using it at all requires a fierce understanding of martial arts.
What are you trying to do, the Macarena?
Zuko's favorite form,
Wow.
the dancing dragon, draws primarily from northern Shaolin Kung Fu.
That's a Chinese
That is
martial
true.
art that's all about agility, wide stances, and aggressive attacks. A perfect mix of speed and strength.
Like this.
Just come on.
Whiz.
Anyway,
Oh,
the
even
fire
Dummy
that
got a
Zuko
laugh. He didn't
can
suffer this
generate is
like last
extremely
time.
hot, capable of melting through a cast iron door hot. This would need to be over 1200 degrees Celsius.
While
Yikes.
Susan's coming
I remember that in the
with these
comics.
powers, Zuko's uncle Iroh blasted apart the giant outer wall of Ba Sing Se. There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
That is
Until
true.
Iroh comes a knocking. I mean, that's like the thickest wall I've ever seen.
Oh,
Second
yeah.
only to the emotional walls between me and my dad.
Even without
I'm
Susan's comet,
sorry
which appears
to hear
once
that.
every 100 years, Zuko has more than enough firepower to level a building. That's no laughing matter for any person or building.
He's even quick enough to catch lightning. And
That is
uses
true.
Fire powers to redirect it wherever he wants it to go. Kapow!
Although, can they shoot lightning out of their hands?
Did he just shoot his dad with
Azula
lightning?
and
Zuko's quest for the
Azula and Fire Lord
different path than he
Firelord
expected.
Ozai
By his
has
kind
shoot
of
lightning out of their hands,
himself, he
and there's no
chose this road
thunderstorm
on a new
outside.
journey, one of self-discovery.
Yeah,
So
turns out he
could
didn't need his
Zuko
dad's
do the
approval
same
after
thing?
all. He just needed to approve himself. Now that's character development.
Zuko's definitely had a heated redemption arc, and now that he's the Fire Daddy, Lord,
Fire Daddy. Fire Daddy.
what?
That,
No.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, you are. It's okay, Wiz. Everybody does.
Not me.
Hello, Zuko here.
He's been through a lot. Best character development in the series.
Where more than 80% of the population possesses superhuman abilities known as quirks.
Alright,
Because
that is
everyone
true.
loves to game a system, there's a superhero leaderboard. At the very top of it stands the
It's the
ultimate
guy who
hero,
lost to Mike
All
Lee.
Might.
All Might's feats and reputation were incredible, a true symbol of peace for everyone. That is, everyone except the
Still a hero in my
eventually
eyes.
stuck at rank number 2.
That's Endeavor.
He's not
He
number
vowed to
one.
surpass All Might,
Spoilers.
but his literal
All Might
firepower
retired
was just
after
never enough.
his final attack
If he couldn't do it
against
himself, he
All
would
for One.
vicariously through his own heir.
All for One is the
Thus, he
reason
made the
why
desperate decision to arrange a
All Might lost his power.
Basically, he paid a family off to get a wife with an ice quirk and popped out kids until he got the right quirk combo.
Oh wow.
Gross. Feel like I need a shower.
After
Kinda messed
4,
up.
Attempts, they finally spawned the child he was looking for.
Yeah.
Shoto Todoroki.
Half cold, half hot. Literally.
I'm a fan of ice power, so
and left side's fire
he's
like
a okay in my book.
Todoroki from his supposedly lesser siblings,
Oh,
ruthlessly
man.
training him to become the most powerful hero in history.
Surprise! Things didn't go so well. He drove Shoto's mom totally insane until...
Oh yeah, this part.
Pouring boiling water on her son's left
I feel
side
sorry for his
because it
mother.
reminded her too much of him.
Okay. This is
Todoroki's
super
dad's a
heavy for
prick.
colorful cartoon about
Todoroki
superpowers
dad is a
and
jerk,
people.
and I hate him.
Todoroki never truly fell for his
How much of a
father's
terrible
disgraceful
character he
manipulation.
is.
attended UA High
And you're trying to make
School,
me
a hero
feel for this
academy,
guy
and
in
worked to
later
use his power
seasons?
for good.
No.
But just his mom's power. Why use fire when you can stick it to the man? The man being a big scary fire dad over there.
Yeah.
Notice his facial hair is made of fire? How's
That is
work?
that is
From
very
his right
interesting.
side,
How
Todoroki can
is he
summon
pulling that
intense
off?
bouts of cold, freezing the air, or even creating massive glaciers of ice.
Talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
Overkill. And like a good edgy teen, Shoto named this super iceberg something badass.
What is it?
Piercing ice wall.
Oh yeah, I
You
remember
just
now.
taste the self-loathing.
He can create sheets of ice to slide on or propel himself forward as if riding a Heeley. While he can't
That's
manipulate
fastest
the
way to
ice after
travel.
he's launched it, he has extremely
But I-
precise control over its initial release. He can even freeze opponents.
My
so
version of an
quickly
ice
that they
user,
are
I like to
frozen both
ice hover.
inside and
Skate
out,
around like I'm on
effortlessly
ice, like
causing
Shadow the
frozen and
Hedgehog.
shattering body parts.
Seriously, that's so dark. It's chilling. Talk about having a cold shoulder.
But Todoroki has a problem. While he is highly resistant to cold, he's not immune.
Here I am. Guess I'll die.
Oh, I won't be needing you this time, dummy.
Oh,
Genuine
okay.
Joy.
Casting too much ice from his right side will cause his body temperature to drop until he falls unconscious, potentially even suffering frostbite.
I mean,
Yikes.
it takes freezing an entire building before side effects even start to show up. So it's not all... Why'd you even make the stupid robot?
That's why Endeavor chose to mix ice
Oh.
with fire. See, he had the same problem with his own fire quirk. With
Oh,
cold and hot combined, they could counter each other's weaknesses.
Thankfully,
That's very
Shoto had a
clever.
friend who helped show him that his fire wasn't his father's. It was his
fire
own.
and ice may be fire and ice may be enemies,
Finally,
but they
the
can
full
work
power of
together
Icy Hut was unleashed.
to counter each other.
Help, my back just hurts from carrying the show.
While he's much less proficient with fire given his lack of experience with it, this half of his quirk is identical to Endeavor's. His fire is hot enough to melt Tetsu Tetsu, whose body can turn to steel, which means it can
Right.
reach temperatures over 1600 degrees.
He can blast
That's
fire
insane.
like a raging inferno, form walls of flame to block off areas, and use his evil dad's signature technique, flash fire.
I wouldn't say
Flash
evil
fire is a
dad,
method
but
of compressing flame under
more of like
super hot
the worst,
temperatures before
not a
releasing
really
it in
good
single
father.
strike. Endeavor can
I
also
mean,
change
he
his
didn't
fire
care less
using
about his other
walls
children.
and fly.
But even if he is a
He didn't care
huge
less about his
dad,
other children,
Endeavor
but
was
one.
kinda right. Fire and ice combined put both quirks at their best. Shoto's one of the best in his class, taking hits from a tank like Deku, fighting top-tier foes like Stain, and keeping up with
That is-
classmates like Bakugo and Tokoyami.
That is true.
Kaminari's electricity.
And while he's often criticized for relying too much on his quirk, Todoroki is incredibly smart and a quick thinker.
He
reading
is.
And setting traps for his opponents in the blink of an eye.
I've seen the
And
anime.
after all that craziness,
He made up with his
finally
mom.
patched things up with his mom, and somehow
He's
he
so
inspired
sweet.
his dad to try and be a better person. What a nice story. I wish
Better
I could
late than
inspire
never
my
to be a
dad
better
too.
person.
Not Mama though. She's already perfect.
Well on his way
Aww.
to becoming a successful hero, Shoto Todoroki no longer
that's
fights
so
in spite of his
sweet.
father, but for himself and the sake of others.
I wanted to. I'll be a hero.
All right.
All right, the combatants are set.
Let's do
We are
this.
the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a dead battle.
Let's go. All right. How are we starting this off? Okay, fire in the air. Great start. Zuko's training. The dragon dance. You kind of interrupted his training.
A villain?
Oh boy.
For that.
No, wait.
Oh
I'm
boy.
not the bad guy here. I mean, not anymore.
Yeah.
Actions say otherwise.
Oh, assuming he's a villain.
Fire, like my father. I'll prove I'm better than both of you.
Calm down, Todoroki. Can't you redirect the fire back at him?
What's the matter? Melting under pressure?
That's a really good Zuko voice. and a really good Todoroki voice.
He's just like me.
Y'all having a moment? Zuko has the advantage in hand-to-hand combat. So I have nice use of the ice wall. Ice skating, very useful. There's a lot of fire going on. Yikes. Using your dad's move. Nice. Oh. Oh man, you can do a better Cabbage Man voice than that.
You could obviously block
Like,
it.
no, my cabbages!
It's over.
My cabbages! Something louder than that, but close to the show. Okay, good thinking.
I don't care how much power you have. I know who I am. I will win!
Good for you. Oh boy.
Then I'll have to go beyond.
Beyond plus ultra. Uh-oh. You got him. Oh boy.
I am the Fire Lord. I will win this for my honor!
That honor speak. Oh wow. They reanimated that scene from the tournament. Oh. He beat him with ice. Okay.
Apologies.
Good fight. Zuko for both Zuko and Todoroki.
Talk about cool as hell. That was epic.
Cool as
Both Todoroki
Oh,
and Zuko
wow.
hold solid advantages over the other. Zuko's martial arts, athleticism, and lightning fast.
I got a lot of
reflexes meant
editing
that
to
if he
do
could get close
when
to
this is over.
Todoroki, he could likely end the fight pretty quick.
But Shoto's no slouch. The guy may be better at long range, but he's been in scraps before. Like
That's
with
true.
the super fast, super deadly hero killer Stain. And with all that ice popping up everywhere and his own super sliding and boosting skills, Shoto made it hard for Zuko to get close for long.
Plus, the speed
True.
difference wasn't all that drastic. Todoroki's fellow student Tokoyami's Dark Shadow blocked Kaminari's electricity after it had been fired. Quirks are not magic, and there are very few ways for electricity to travel through the air.
true.
Lightning is essentially an ionized path that electricity travels through. Kaminari's quirk must use the same method.
Dark Shadow.
Oh, yeah, he did
Kaminari,
fight lightning
Bakugo
users.
Dodged Dark Shadow, and Todoroki can match Bakugo in a fight. Bada bing, bada boom. That's lightning fast reflexes,
Yeah.
baby.
While
Bakugo
Zuko
got
certainly
real
had more
fast lightning
control over
reflex.
fire,
reflexes.
Todoroki could easily repel his firebending with his own flames, not to mention the clear difference in temperature. Zuko may
Wow.
be skilled with fire, but he's not immune to it. Nor
That
do
is
we have
true.
any
He has
reliable
been.
counter for
Just because
fast
you're
and
a
massive ice attacks.
firebender doesn't mean you're immune. How do you explain that scar on his
stadium is
face?
circled by a 4-kilometer track. That's huge. And the edgy ice wall covered almost half of it in less than a second. Zuko didn't have that kind of power spread.
Yeah.
I know fire melts ice, but not instantly when it comes to gigantic glaciers. Plus, firebending becomes much more difficult in cold temperatures. Sure,
Ah.
Zuko's melted through ice prisons before, but only ones where he could still move or at least breathe.
So as long as he's moving, he can actually control
When
his
Azula
power.
was trapped in an ice prison so compact she couldn't move or breathe, she was helpless.
But
That makes sense. And that's Azula at her most powerful because of that comet.
He was surviving that.
So that makes
Zuko might have
sense
been an
why
admirable bender
ice
and
can have the
fan
advantage
favorite,
against
but
fire.
Todoroki's overwhelming ice, versatile defense, and incredible power were just too much to handle.
Zuko aimed for success, but his opponent Shoto.
Oh,
put him
come
on
on.
ice.
Come on.
The winner is Shoto Todoroki.
Todoroki, congrats. Ice user
Thanks
for the
watching
win.
This episode of Death Battle. Come back next week to see previews of our upcoming matchups. If you want to watch more stuff,
So
you
who
can
will
click
we
the boxes
watch?
right around
Who's
here,
next?
And you can always pick up some DB merch at store.roosterteeth.com.
Who's next? Wally. Whoa. Wally Wet. Okay. Wally West versus Archie Sonic. Wally West versus Archie Sonic is the next battle. I am hyped for the next one now. This is going to be awesome because Archie Sonic is insanely one of the most overpowered versions of the Sonic series, and I am looking forward to it. But I can't get my hopes up because, like I said, he's fighting Wally West. And like I said before, DC characters are brokenly overpowered. So, what we may see in the next death battle. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little reaction video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more. What were your thoughts on this death battle? Did you enjoy it? Did you agree with some parts? Either way, the fans are going to be ticked off. Mostly Avatar fans. Anywho, take care, have a great day, be safe, and most importantly, stay frosty and stay healthy out there. Catch y'all later for the next death battle.
I was frozen today!